Two times. Tapping in and holler at y'all again one time, man. As usual, man, much about nothing, man. But I know y'all been seeing what's going on, man, with, Donald Trump and Venezuela and stuff, right? Say he didn't went up over there, man, and he had dude and his wife up, man. Drug them out the comforts of their home. Kind of sound like kidnapping a little bit to me, man. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, he did what he did. He said he had his reasons, man. I know a lot of people is in an uproar, um, but you gotta look at it from different views, right? A lot of people in the uproar, all this that's unfair, man. Like he been a bully, and what he doing ain't right, and all that type of stuff, man. But you just gotta look at it from different angles, man. And one of the angles that a lot of people is looking at it from is, it's the oil, and he trying to get them for all that stuff, right? And that could be a part of it, right? The oil could be a part of it. And I ain't gonna lie, right? Like, you know, uh, I went and filled up on some gas, man, and I want to say I paid about like 420 something, right? You know what I mean? He went and grabbed dude up. You know what I'm saying? Couple days later, man, I went and got some gas. It was down to under $4. It was like 370 something. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. He might be on to something, man. But nonetheless, that ain't to say it's right or wrong, but he still might be on to something, right? So they say it's about the oil, but um, I really think that, it's really, really about the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Um, and from a standpoint of, America got its own drug dealers, right? All these pharmaceutical companies. I think Eli Lilly been the biggest one. I think, another one called Merck. They pretty big. Pfizer, man, man, America got its own drug dealers, man. You know what I'm saying? And he probably looking at, man, y'all coming up over here selling y'all drugs in my territory, man. We can't have that. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that. You know what I mean? So before y'all even get here, we just gonna push up on y'all, shut all that down, right? So you can look at it from that standpoint, right? The standpoint I like to look at it from, and this is why I ain't mad about it, right? This I ain't whining in an uproar, you know what I mean? Because the war on drugs in America, like it's been going on, right? And in prior years, shit, decades, it was kind of like frowned upon. Like, man, this ain't no war on drugs. This a war on black people, right? This ain't a war on drugs. This a war on poor people. You know what I mean? This a war on minorities. It's not a war on drugs, right? Because for the most part, they tactics was pretty much we just gonna go up into the ghetto, into these lower income communities, and kicking those, harass people and all that stuff. And due to that tactic, it was a lot of people being thrown in jail for a long time over a little bit of nothing, right? Throughout all the years of this so-called war on drugs in America. Um, and like I said, it was really just a war on poor people, man. You know what I mean? Because I just remember like being younger, like it wasn't nothing to see like, you know, police running around with the batarang, kicking in. They wasn't even kicking in doors. They was hitting with the batarang. They wasn't using their feet. You know what I'm saying? They was bataramming doors, right? You had that going on. You had Taz riding around 3 deep, you know what I'm saying, with the doors open, just jumping out on niggas. Um, you know what I mean? Everywhere in the town, right? Police was just on some like, they just pull out, what you doing around? Like everywhere they was considered like a high crime area, high drug area, and that was just a reason to just be harassing people, right? So that's what the war on drugs looked like for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But shit, the way he going about it, it looked like he taking a new angle as far as the war on drugs, right? From the angle of, well, the countries that's um, for the most part, responsible of getting the drugs over here, which is, you know, you got Mexico, and then you got countries in Southern America, Venezuela, Colombia, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? They known for drugs, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the good shit in America, right? That's where you want it to come from, you know what I mean? You get some old Colombian flake, man, you in the game, you know what I'm saying? But so they like, man, fuck it. We just gonna take it to them. You know what I mean? We not gonna keep fighting the war on our home turf, hurting our people, because for the most part, I mean, it really wasn't no war being fought on drugs. It was just, man, just put motherfuckers in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. Just lock them up. You know what I mean? So now they like, you know what? Nah, you motherfuckers that's producing it, we gonna lock y'all up. You know what I mean? You're selling drugs in my country. I ain't having it. I'm coming to see you about something. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it that way, you might not be so upset, man. Actually, you might want to get a man an applaud, a little pat on the back, attaboy. You know what I'm saying? Attaboy DT. You know what I'm saying? Way to get him. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, you know, when you're not attacking your own in a quote unquote war, right? You lessen incarceration. You know what I'm saying? Which usually typically consists of men being incarcerated. So that means it's more men in the communities, it's more men in the households, you know what I mean? Or the potential for it to be more men in the communities, more men in the households, because you don't know what kind of shit niggas be doing, you know what I mean? And when I say niggas, man, I mean, you know, white niggas, black niggas, Hispanic niggas, Asian niggas, you know what I mean, Pacific Islander niggas. I'm talking about, you know what I mean, just people, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you have the potential to have more men in the community and in the households, which I think historically has always been a positive thing. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of people saying like, oh, he the president, man, he shouldn't be doing that. Like, man, look, he doing what he got to do, right? And it seems like time after time, it's always like you just expect presidents to behave a certain way. Oh, he a president, he shouldn't be acting like this. He shouldn't be saying stuff like that. He shouldn't be doing stuff like this. Well, if he come in and he do it like all the other ones did it, then what you think we gonna get? We gonna get the same shit that we been getting. You know what I mean? And I don't understand how people don't understand that, right? Like, you know, it's one of them things, you know what I'm saying? Old sayings, man, when you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, I don't know if this shit gonna work, but I know for sure that shit ain't work. So why would I do that? Why would I do what they did and get more of what we already been getting that the people don't like? And that's the shit that I don't understand, right? Y'all always got a problem with the government, but the government always went about things the same way. Every president, every governor went about things the same way. Almost seemed kind of like selfish, right? But, you know, he like, nah, I'm gonna do mine like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do mine this way, right? And then you mad about that because it's I don't know if it's because it's unfamiliar, and a lot of times when there's a lot of unfamiliar things going on, you know, people get frightened. And I don't know if that's kind of like what's going on, right? Why people are so up in the uproar, you know what I mean? It's because they're frightened. But I mean, what do you want to happen? Right? You want to continue to try to be nice about the shit? Like, hey man, can y'all stop? Y'all stop coming over here, man, bringing that stuff, man. Like, you know, y'all messing up our communities, man. Y'all, you know what I mean? Our incarceration levels is high because when they get over here, we gotta put our people in jail for dealing with it, whether they be using it or selling it. We gotta put our people in jail. So can y'all please stop so we can stop putting our people in jail? You know, like, man, fuck that. You know what? Man, I'm going up over there, man. You know what I mean? Tired of telling y'all. You know what I mean? So he bust his move on Venezuela. And from what I see, it's only the people in America who mad. And maybe not necessarily the Venezuelans in America who mad. Right? And like I said before, like, man, there's always something for somebody to be mad about in America. There's always something to protest. Right? This is like the latest thing. You know what I mean? I said in the prior video, like, motherfuckers always looking like, okay, well, what we mad at now? What we mad at? Okay, cool. That's what we protesting? Cool. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump, he gonna continue to give you something to protest, right? But nonetheless, it seems like it's only the people in America who mad about what he doing with Venezuela as far as trying not to or try to limit them bringing their drugs up over here. Right? It seemed like, you know what I mean, the people in Venezuela, I mean, I don't know no Venezuelans. I'm only seeing what I see on the news. I see the same shit y'all seeing. But it seemed like they cheering over there. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why y'all so mad up over here. You know what I mean? They the ones that's been living with whatever they've been living with, right? We don't know unless we've been there. But they the one that's been living with that. So why they happy and you mad? You know what I mean? Because he bust a move. I mean, I don't know. Is y'all scared? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me know, man. Y'all scared, man. But I'll say, man, you know, until the things that he's doing just prove to be ill for the country, man, let him do what he do, right? Because we already know the shit that all the prior presidents was doing was ill for the country. It didn't make shit no better, it made shit worse. You know what I'm saying? So let him do what he do, man. You know what I mean? So, I mean, until he prove us wrong, no, y'all gonna hate me for this, man. Shout out to my nigga DT, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I'm gonna let y'all out right here. You know what I mean? Y'all be safe, man, in a minute.